What's going on YouTube? Mr. Ferguson here once again. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you for coming back here to Central North Carolina, back to my home. We are in the middle of overseeding. I've had a busy work week and we're kicking off this video from the start. I want to update you guys on where we are and what I'm about to be doing. We have some rain moving in from east to west. I'm limited on my time and being able to show you that footage. And I've got some liquid GCI Turf 2000 in the shed, and with all this rain coming, I'm going to quickly, I've got the backpack sprayer up here right now. I'm quickly going to go probably about 5 to 8 ounces per thousand, fill this thing up, quickly spread it so this natural rain that looks like it is definitely coming in is going to water this in, give a little bit more nitrogen to the existing baby grass to get it to pop a little bit. The protein is a slow release. It is looking good, it's great, but I think I just need to add a little more punch of nitrogen to encourage growth. So I'm gonna do that real fast, and then we'll talk about hopefully what I'm able to do this afternoon here in just a minute. So I will be back. Hopefully I'm gonna get the rain jacket, but we're gonna get this done real fast. And there it is, guys. I'm glad it wasn't a trick. The rain is coming down literally about 5 minutes after I finished spraying the lawn with nitrogen. Here comes the natural rain. We have not gotten natural rain in my area in probably a week and a half. I was like, man, we ain't had rain in a while. We really need some rain, and here it is today, unexpectedly. I did not expect this. This video was supposed to be totally different. I'll explain that here in a second. But I'm very happy to see all the rain that's coming down. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy and we start flooding things, but all that nitrogen I just applied is getting watered in right now to both the existing and the baby grass. So I want to come over here. I'm gonna just show you this from where I can, what everything's looking like. There you can see out to it's looking more filled in probably than the last time y'all saw it, at least I hope it is, but a lot of that is because the grass is getting taller. And so I want to just briefly update you on my thoughts, why we just put nitrogen down, what this video was supposed to be when you clicked on it today. So hello again, thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. It helps recommend in case you want to check out other videos. Stay subscribed so we can update you when it's not raining. I can get out in the lawn and actually update you guys on the looks, what everything's looking like. So just to recap what some of you may have saw on YouTube this past week, I had to be at work a little more often, more times than normally in my normal work schedule. So just wasn't able to churn out the videos this week. So I do apologize for that. So we're releasing this one either Friday evening or on Saturday. So that's why the odd time of the release of this. So as you saw in the beginning of this video, we're putting down nitrogen. Let me go back a little bit. For those that don't know, we intentionally seeded my lawn early this year at the end of August. Temps were, we had a false fall, where it was in the 70s. It didn't trick me or anything, but I said, hey, I think I'm gonna go ahead and seed while we're in this false fall. We have 1 week of 90s and then we're gonna trend back down into the cool mornings. And if I can get my lawn established and going, then I can focus on my project lawn, because I'm looking at trying to get 2 different jobs going, and I didn't want to be bouncing back and forth with equipment on each. That was the mentality. So I'm like, this is a good test. Can we go a little bit early, be mowing by the end of September or not? And so we seeded, we overseeded, we did everything normal. And I got to tell you guys, I have no confidence in that process that we did. I'm just, it's good and bad. The soil temperatures were way too high. That's why I'm a DIYer. That's why I tell you guys in my video, do not follow every practice that I do. I try to intentionally tell you all, hey, don't do this at home unless you just want to. It depends on location, soil temperatures. I'm going to test this out. I'm a little bit high in my soil temps, but I'm going to overseed anyways and see if we can jumpstart this a little faster. Well, what I learned from that, as we put out in a video, was that the soil temperature, I kept the seed wet. I watered it twice a day. We had temps in the lower 90s. I was like, who cares? I'm going to water my seed. I'm going to keep it moist. It's going to germinate. And but the soil temps were so high, it really affected germination of the seed. It's that cool air in the morning when you walk out to go to work. It's that the release or the moving out of the humidity that you feel in North Carolina. That's when you know, man, there's a shifting in the season, right? And I'm feeling it now, but when I was seeding, we weren't feeling it then. So everything was still really in summer mode, and it just wasn't time to do that, especially without irrigation and especially in the high heat and the high soil temps. So I say all that to say this: I have no confidence in the process that we originally did in seeding this lawn. And so there have been good things, there have been bad things. In the backyard, which I'm unable to show you, or we would be showing you right now with all the rain coming down, which I'm very thankful to the Lord for this rain as it increases a little bit. But back by my shed, I'll show you next week. Man, it's coming up, the original seeding we did by the shed, by the play set over there in the shade, no problem, perfectly good. And I'm like, okay, why is that? Well, I know why. The shade cools down the ground, it cools down the soil temps, right? So those soil temps were likely in the 70s or around 69, 68. They were in the proper range because they had shade blocking the sun. That grass has come up, it continues to grow, it's tall, it's doing great. Not the same in these areas, but we don't have shade. We have direct sunlight. We have hot soil temperatures. That absolutely affected germination. And even today, where I have little spotty areas that need to fill in, I can see the seed. It's not germinating. It's frustrating. I'm like, okay, was that where I threw more seed out before? Or is that the original seed? It's just so hot, it's cooking the seed, if you will. The seed doesn't like the hot soil temps. It's not popping. It's not digging down for roots. We just need to wait and let the natural air temps come down, which will bring down the soil temps. Or do we really need to redo this entire area? That seed's a wash, we need to redo. So I'm learning that as I go. And one of those areas is my bank up here. I've got some areas, everywhere looks like it has little baby grass, but it looks like it's stayed little baby grass for a lot longer than it should have. It's not really growing, it's not taking off. That's why the nitrogen, that's why I'm hoping, and I see that in other areas than just the bank, there's no growth. And it could be because there's rocks underneath, it's having an issue with the roots, I don't know. Or it's just the higher soil temps, it's still too high. We're not low enough yet to where it's like, let me dig down. So I'm not sure. So I'm hoping that this extra nitrogen added on top of the protein starter fert is going to promote some more growth for the baby grass. We have a large seeding window. We have a long time until it's like, well, if you didn't seed now, you're screwed. We have a large window here in central North Carolina. If I have to redo everything, I will redo everything if I have to. But what I'm evaluating and what I finished with last video was how I'm going to be watching this week. And I knew it'd be difficult to get videos out. Am I going to see some of that seed begin to germinate? And I have. I've seen more baby grass come up in more areas, but I'm in the case of the bank, I feel like some areas are not, it's either washed away or it's staying baby grass. So that was the reason for the application of just straight nitrogen. No phosphorus, no potassium, it was just straight nitrogen. So obviously what this video was going to be today, if it had not rained, was the first thing I was going to do was mow. We know that because I put my seed and my fert down, we've got existing grass, then we got the baby grass that is popping, right? They're uneven. Some areas is super low, it's not filled in like on my bank. Some areas, like right in front of the camera right here, is super thick and like 5-inch grass. So it just varies. I wanted to even everything out today, put the mower on, mow everything the same level, get off, and then apply nitrogen. That was my plan with the natural adjuvant. However, the rain gave me a curveball. I'm very happy to get the natural rain because we haven't had natural rain in about 2 weeks. So we really needed this more than I needed to mow it. So I may look at the mowing maybe tomorrow or another day. So that's kind of where we are. That's my mentality. I'm going to be watching this week to see how this nitrogen affects what I've already put down. If I start seeing baby grass in most of these areas, I'm not going to bring an aerator here. If I'm not seeing a lot of growth in some areas, I may just run the aerator, reseed, or take the garden weasel and reseed areas, which that's a lot more work than just running an aerator back and forth and reseeding, right? Even if there is baby grass, I've got enough seed to kind of redo it. I could just do a square section off an area, run the aerator back and forth, reseed. I know with confidence it's going to grow over there as long as we keep keeping water on it. So I don't know yet. I'm still making that determination. What I know for a fact is you need to stay subscribed to this channel, and that we're going to be doing a whole nother project lawn the proper way over at the church. That's not going to be, we're not doing any tests out there. We're not doing, hey, let's try this. We're not messing with that. I want that. That is now a challenge. I messed around with that last year, messed it up with the Ornamic 170. We're not messing around. We're not taking any risks out there. We're renting an aerator. We're going to be going. I've already told you it's been about 2 weeks now. We sprayed it. We're cleaning up some of the summer weeds. so it will be thinner out there, crispy. Some of the I looked at it at church the other night. It looks like the 2,4-D and the tenacity is definitely kicked in. The ester that we applied to some of the Bermuda didn't really see. I see less color in the Bermuda, but it doesn't look like it's shriveling up and dying or anything. But we've already done, weeks out, we've already done our application of herbicide to clean that up. We're going to come in next Friday. I'm going to be filming this. We're going to come in with an aerator. We're going to aerate the crap out of that place. We'll let that seed sit and germinate, but I may throw you guys a curveball on that, possibly. It depends on my work week again, and I don't know if I'm going to try this or not. So stay tuned this week. It's something that we talked about previously. I may try it. I don't know, but tune in and check out. So that's kind of where we're going. And then once we lay down our fertilizer on the project lawn, we'll be watering that. We will then apply some RGS. We'll apply maybe again some tenacity. I don't know. We might not do tenacity since we just did it before. Stay tuned for that. But we're going to go just the basics. We don't have to have all these specific products to make everything happen. You can have a nice looking lard with the basics, and that's what we're going to do, is the basics using some awesome Jonathan Green products. So stay tuned. God bless you guys. I'm gonna quit talking. This was take 2 for me, so my jaw's even hurting. I'm yapping too much. I'm sorry that it's just more of a talking head video. I don't like these. I like to get out there with my hands and show you things and to do things. But as the rain lightens up a little bit, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys miss me a little bit. If you miss me, hit the like button, comment below, and hopefully we'll have more videos for you next week. God bless you guys. Take it easy.